future of wealth management looks bright. I'm joined today by Eric Clarke, founder and CEO of Orion Advisor Solutions. Eric, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Happy to be here. It's great to be here in sunny Florida after, being apart for so long due to COVID. It's great to be back together again.
Oh, absolutely. And warmer weather always puts everyone in a good mood. So let's talk about another topic that puts people in a good mood, wealth management and the future of it. What does it look like to you?
As an industry, I think we've done such a great job at solving the investment problem. There are so many great investment strategies, access to personalized portfolios today. In the future, as we look 3 to 5 years out, I hope we've done a much better job at solving the investor problem and things that ultimately drive better investor behavior.
And you talk about behavior. What do you mean by that? What behavior should investors, be considering, and how do advisors ultimately coach them around that?
Yeah, it's our industry has evolved and changed over time, right? So we, initially had a value proposition that was focused on investments, and so that investment had to be properly aligned with an investor's risk, and that risk was ultimately driving behavior. At least we thought that. Then we took a step back as an industry and we said, you know what? I think we could get better behavior if we looked at, goals. And so the evolution and the onset of a value proposition centered around financial planning, really kicked into gear. And then I think as we look forward, we've got to take yet another step back and look at what do investors value? What's driving the why behind that? Values are a lot more accessible to people than goals are, and they're a lot more enduring. And I think if, as an industry, we can figure out how to get at what investors value, then we'll get a lot farther ahead at solving the investor problem as opposed to just being focused on the investment problem.
And you mentioned evolution. We've obviously seen this industry change exponentially, and that's going to continue to happen over the next decade. But what has you excited?
Well, right now, our business at Orion, we've had the good fortune of acquiring some other technology providers that truly allow us to drive integrated independence. Taking that fiduciary framework forward a whole several steps, ahead. For us, it will drive a better client experience and better operational efficiencies for our advisors. But as we integrate these technologies that we're bringing together, what we're trying to do is integrate them in a way that will ultimately drive better investor behavior.
And I've been hearing this term floating around recently of deep integrated workflows. Is that ultimately what Orion is striving for as well? And what does that mean?
Yeah, what does it mean? Those deep integrated workflows, again, they drive operational efficiencies. That's nice. But what's even better is if we can take those integrated workflows, create a client experience that will drive better behavior, clear from that advisor-client journey of prospect to plan to invest to ultimately achieving in a way that creates great outcomes for the investor.
Absolutely. So, last question, just talk to me about the future of Orion. What can we continue to see from you, and what might surprise folks coming here in the next couple years?
Well, what's top of mind for the advisors that we serve, in somewhat of a frustrating way, is that their tech stacks are not integrated at the levels that they wish that they were. So for us, as we go forward, we're looking at taking the great technology that we have and the other technologies that our advisors utilize and integrate them even more deeply. We think that is incredibly exciting. We've had integration partners, for over a decade, like the Redtail, for instance. But sitting down with the Redtail technology team last week as part of a cohesive company, now we've uncovered and unlocked so many ways that our integration can be better and drive a better client experience, better advisor experience, and truly build trust between that advisor and client in a meaningful way.
Well, I would argue that Orion is certainly a benchmark for that. So congratulations on all your continued success. And I know we'll be watching you closely over the next few years. So Eric, thank you so much for your time today.
Great, thank you.
For Edge TV, I'm Shannon Rossick.